Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just introduce to you the man with the plan. And you know, some people they say they got the plan, but we don't see no delivery. This brother has delivered. He has shown you the A to Z manual how to take a young person, in this case his son, from point A to point Z, which is the end of the game. And end of the game is undisputed, all the belts, no talking. And ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you the one, the only, the man with a golden smile, a $1 billion smile, Mr. Bill Haney. Come on.
Hey. Thank you, Tunde. And Spencer. Salam alaikum. Rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Listen, I just went to the Usher concert. So let me start it with situations might arise. You got to be smart about it.
Yeah.
Bill,
Yes, sir. Another blessed day here at the Haney compound. We always have issues that, alhamdulillah, parent to partner. I'm always in the mix. God has given me the wonderful opportunity to be a parent to some beautiful children that always keep me on the edge of my seat.
Yes, sir. I mean, we're here. The discussion today is twofold. It's Tank Garcia and it's also your son and Loma. From what we're hearing, the reports supposedly from Lomachenko is that the fight is signed, sealed, and delivered for May the 20th, I believe. And I don't believe much what I hear in the press today, but I said, you know what? This is a situation where I know I can phone the man himself. So
Absolutely.
let him confirm.
Absolutely. You know, we always, my phone is on 24 hours for both of you brothers, and giving it to you straight and having the opportunity to come on the platform and share an update of what's going on. I know for sure the fight is on for May 20th. We will know in the next 48 hours where that venue is going to be, whether it's going to be in Vegas or Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Devin had the pleasure of meeting Prince Khalid.
Yes, sir.
And they had a wonderful time over there. I know that it's a short amount of time to prepare for an event. There, hopefully, inshallah, things work out, and next week there'll be some kind of proposal. If not, then we've scheduled it to move forward in Las Vegas at the. I don't want to say it. I know the venue, but out of respect for the team, Devin,
yes,
and then Top Rank as well, for them to make a formal announcement.
Yes. What would be your personal preference?
Of course, my personal preference would be to fight in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It would be a great opportunity to fight in a Islamic country and give a fight and do a fight, even in our infant stages of being Muslims. It has impacted our house in a way that it's been so infectious and contagious that everyone in my house is Muslim. So you know what I mean? I'm just here. Alhamdulillah, you know what I mean? So it's every day is good, man. Every day has been good. Of course, I would love it to be in Saudi Arabia, but if it could be in any other place, outside of my hometown of Oakland, then of course Las Vegas is the place to be. It's a boxing city, and that'll be a great opportunity for everyone to come out that likes to come to Las Vegas, that has experience in Las Vegas, and it would be nice.
I watched recently. God, you know when you've arrived is when you hit the TEDx stage, and I couldn't believe it because I'm so used to watching TEDx lectures speaking about science and life and all that wild stuff. But again, brother, I saw you on a TEDx stage and just breaking down the journey, the route. I'm so proud of you you know, to be your brother and friend, and I don't want you to go into a full TEDx, you know, synopsis, but just break it down in a short way. You know what it was like, you know, bringing up Devin, the challenges you faced, and for me, it was a young man, and you having the courage. I have to use that word, courage, to just do it your way. I feel the people need to hear that story.
Well, I really believe that God gave me a vision, and the vision was to get behind my kid, to trust in the faith that He gives us responsibilities. And when you're blessed to have a responsibility as a life within itself, then that trumps anything, you know, that trumps any and everything. Thank you to you as well. You know, you've had a hand in Devin becoming the undisputed champion of the world, as well as a lot of trainers, good men, good women, queens, kings, you know what I mean, have participated in this. So for that, you know, thank you. You know, Devin came over to London for the Olympics. That was the
2012.
2012.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
2012 Olympics. Now, what I wanted Devin to know is that going over to London, that was part of the whole thing, is knowing that everyone puts on their pants one leg at a time. We all have 24 hours a day to train. God gives everyone something. They give you a talent. If that's what you're passionate about, then you have an opportunity to live in your greatness. We came over there to the gym, Peacock Gym, legendary. I looked up the gyms and stuff like that. Yes. And we walked in and we seen Tunde, R2, and also Anthony.
Yes, sir.
And also, what was
O'Hara?
O'Hara.
Yeah.
How can I forget about O'Hara?
And he became the, sorry to cut, he became the #1 WBA contender last night.
Oh, did he?
Yes, sir. After his victory, stopped a former British champion by the name of Lewis Ritson. So he now is in the mix at 10 stone. So I
think that's 140. That's 140.
140.
Okay, good.
So the WBA champion is Puello. I think his surname is Puello. I think Alberto Puello. That's it. So he's the #1. So if they can get that done, O is up next. So you know he will be literally. You know he's always wanted to be a world champion. Someone that me and you both said he should be a world champion if he stays focused.
Yes,
sir. So
and that's why we linked up. We linked up for the first time in 2012, and then you came out. You know what I mean? And we spent a lot of time. So this has been quite a journey, you know. And like I said, it's a lot of good men and good women have participated in this. I think that if anything that I can do is to reiterate that it is possible.
Yes,
we had an opportunity to work with just in short, like I talked about on the TEDx, is some of the biggest moguls and corporate bigwigs are the words that I use to describe the opportunities that we had. Along that journey, we start to feel that if we had did anything else, it would be a shortcut, because it wouldn't be actually being able to let the people know. Regular dads, regular moms know that they can do it, you know, and you know, and it's about coming together and pooling the resources. One thing that they told me was, they was like, well, if you got too many cooks in the kitchen, the soup can get spoiled. But on the opposite of that, they would take my kid, and then he would go to 7 different classes in one day, right, with 7 different teachers, a whole bunch of distractions. Well, I was only of the mindset that we were working with 2 or 3 professors, 2 or 3 coaches. We're working on one with defense, one with offense, and as we learned, because I say we learned together. Yes. It was things that I would see, and it was a coach that I would want to bring on to add to this recipe that ultimately ends up being the Devin Haney fighting style, you know. And it's a long journey, man. It's a long journey. In short, anyone can go watch the TEDx.
Yes.
Bill Haney and how his son became the undisputed champion of the world, as well as link in with parenttopartner.com.
I was going to touch on that.
Yeah, that's an organization that I'm a part of, and we're helping parents make the transition from parent to partner, and just giving you the tools needed to make that transition as smooth as possible. But it's, of course, where life is not perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect. The only thing is perfect is God. So with that, let's have fun. Let's understand that, you know what I mean, it's a process. You know what I mean? And as long as your kid is happy and they're passionate, then it's a win. We're living in our purpose.
Yes, sir. Spence?
Yeah. This is a very, very big fight. I would say, because I know you did something for Mike McCallum. And Mike came to the UK. The first time I ever got to watch Mike McCallum box in the UK, I fought a man called Harold Graham, who was a southpaw. He was awkward. He's most probably rated as Britain's greatest fighter never to win a world title, because he fought 3 times for a world title and came up 3 times. But Harold Graham, he was superb. And Mike McCallum came over and beat him. With Lomachenko, his sneaky southpaw, got an orthodox style and way. Because I know that you work with Mike McCallum, and I don't like when I say things, you go check it up. What was it? May 10th of 89, Mike McCallum comes to England for the vacant WBA world title and beats Harold Graham for that at middleweight. I think the way Mike McCallum just said, listen, I don't care about your sneakiness. I'm just going to bruck you up, but I'm going to use my skills as well. I think that is a great fight for you, because I know you like to watch fights. I'm just telling you, because you work with Mike as well. That's a very, very good fight for you to go and watch. I know you've got everything, because you're a person who's very, very meticulous. Box. I was just saying this before you came on. You're very, very and I have to commend you for what you've done with your son. Simply because I remember when you came to the UK and Tony was telling me about you guys, and that's 11 years ago. Crazy, right?
Right.
11 years. Remember, I was driving in my car coming back from the gym, and Tony was saying, "Yeah, these American guys are coming, but there's this one kid who's talking about your son."
Yes.
So you commended for that. But I know you study the game, and because of that, then we have to salute everything that you've done, because Tunde's slogan, catchphrase, which everybody's using now, is dream it, believe it, become it. And my thing, you have to visualize to materialize. So you've got to speak it till you seek it, till you see what you say. And you, my friend, have done that. And for that, then I have to say, alhamdulillah, all praises due to God.
Alhamdulillah.
How's Devin doing? Devin is doing great. Devin is doing great. He just came back from Mecca. So, he had an opportunity to have a spiritual cleanse for him to, reconnect with, his purpose. And he's walking in his faith. And we're looking forward to May 20th. He's ready to go. Sir.
It'll be a cultivation of a lot of hard work, a lot of time, but at this level, you don't have 4 or 5 months to change a fighter, right? You go in there and you believe in what you bring to the table. I'm sure Lomachenko is going to bring his, and you know what I mean? We're going to bring ours. And I think the thing about Devin is the world hasn't seen the best Devin.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we need the kind of opponent like Lomachenko, a great fighter, to bring out the greatness in Dev, to show why we know that he's special. And it's nothing to say negative towards any of these other guys. But, that's something that me and you, Tunde, we talked about these times 11 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yes. Sir.
I think, and after, seeing everything that you guys are doing, it's just, it's a lot of work. We've all put in our share of work, and now it's our time to shine.
I just got a message from, I don't know if they want to be anonymous, so I'll keep them anonymous. But they said, "Hi Tundi, locked in. Tell Bill I'm a Christian, but watching Dev out in Saudi last weekend praising Allah made me really appreciate how we're all so spiritual, and it was beautiful to see.
Well, absolutely. We're all to me, the more that I walk in my faith, we're more alike than people believe. Media has separated, you know what I mean, us as, you know, believers and non-believers, when ultimately we believe in one God. We believe in one God that has made everything happen, the heavens and the earth. And you know what I mean? So yeah, you love it to see Dev. I love it. I'm inspired to see Devin and his generation, to see him inspire his generation and the generation, you know, to come, you know. So
yes. So let me just say that message was from I Am Shiesty. She's got a new platform, the 505 Way. I was calling her name the other day. She's like, don't hop me up on the show. So, you know, she's big. She's got her own platform now, documenting, you know, fighters from the embryonic stages of their career, and hopefully following them through. So she's a great. She's got that energy, and energy is something I follow. You follow. And she was the one who made that comment. Bill, I'm saying it on live. Make sure I'm there May the 20th. I'm putting it on you.
Absolutely. Listen, wherever it's going to be, you're going to be there, Tunde.
This one here, you know, sometimes I say, yeah, we'll see what, you know, what we're doing. I need to be there for this one.
Absolutely. Listen, absolutely. How many weeks you going to come out ahead?
Well, we'll work out the weeks. Definitely. Okay. But that'd be good. Yeah, 100%. But you know, I'm not too sure if we're fighting that day. But regardless, I'm coming out. I would
come out and bring some of that stamina for sale. You know what I mean?
Huh? It's gonna happen. Bill, brother. Listen, man. Again, before I let you go, you have been a true example of a parent, and I say that, you know, I know you're in this parent to partner situation now, but the way I see you matching your children's energy, supporting them in anything they want to do. But you know, the fathers, it's like I tell my son, if that's what you want to do, I'm going to be matching the same energy.
Absolutely.
But to see you in this moment in time, you know, life is about times and moments, and this is your time. It's great for me to watch, and every time I speak to you, just when you smile, brother, you become a little mini celebrity now as well. I see you on the snap, everything, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's my guy.
Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. But I am walking in my purpose, and the light is being shined as a dad, as a regular dad, or just a man that just believes in his family, finding the stars within your home, and not looking on television, not looking in the sky, saying that Allah has blessed our house and he's blessed me to have kids that have some talent in different ways, shape, and forms. And when you know that, okay, I have the ability to take a look at my kids and get behind what they're passionate about, it's just an incredible feeling to have, and not have any kind of pre-reservations about what they should be. I'm not like, well, because I learned a lot in boxing, now I'm going to produce another boxer. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to another tennis player.
Yes, sir.
You know, he's 13 and he's playing, and he's getting tall too.
We're wrapping up the tennis game as well, man. I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? And that's why I vision. So someone has a vision for me, and they says, well, Bill is competing to be a boxing trainer, and he's going to be in the gym, and he's going to be sitting in the gym, an old man in the gym. No, I have a vision of being on a tennis court, real smooth, you know, nice Fila sweatsuit on, nice visor, sitting there watching, you know what I mean, watching my daughter and my son. But, you know, God gives everyone a vision. You just have to walk in and believe and have faith that that's yours. You know what I mean?
That's the key.
Bill, I'm going to be 100% with you. I really want this fight to be out in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Because Skill Challenge has blessed the fighters right for the Anthony Joshua, when Anthony Joshua beat Ruiz to regain the world title. Prince Khalid and the team, they've been very favorable to the fighters, right? I'm grateful for that. but I'd like to see it out there simply because they're trying to bring a new dynamic into boxing. And I think Vegas will never be played out, but we have a paradigm shift right now, and with the that's going on. And for me, preferably, I would enjoy it more if the fight was in Saudi Arabia, because of how they're rebranding the country and how they're trying to get rid of old images, bring things up to new age. And I think that your son, with his faith in you as well, and your faith that you could be that catalyst. We just saw it the other day with Badu Jack, who blessed the fighters, right?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent interview as well, coming out next week. I think it will be fitting to see your son defend the undisputed championship of the world, Saudi Arabia, and come out victorious there. Not just for the Muslim community, but for all communities, to know respect that he's shown to his father, listen to his dad, and it's all coming to. I would enjoy that more.
Oh, absolutely. We would love for that to happen. One thing that I do admire about the show that they just had with our Skills Challenge is the commentators, right? You had Coach Larry Wade, you had Sean Porter, you had you had an array of new, fresh faces that, the show just seemed so fresh. Like when I see you, brother, and I see you talking, because Tunde told me then when I first, he said, Spencer, he says, have you ever heard of a guy named Spencer? Right. And, from there, I've never stopped hearing your name. And you know what I mean? To see the evolution of you as well, going into commentating, and it's just a whole nother fresh way of looking at boxing. And I believe the Skills Challenge and, Prince Khalid is going to be the new wave of it. And we would love to be a part of it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. All right, listen. Yeah. You know what? Spencer wanted me to touch on the Bernard Hopkins beef, but I'm like, forget all that. I like to keep this thing positive and high, and forget about B-Up. He's old, man. B-Up's old.
Bro, I didn't know what it was about. I just saw the headline, but I didn't watch the video or anything else. So I wanted to know what it was about. But I said, no, it seems like you put Bernard in his place. But like I said already, being a father, and all of us on here are fathers, we have to be protective of our children, right?
Yes, sir.
As that, because if we don't do it, then who is going to do it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
absolutely. Sir. And that's the one thing, if I can speak for dads. I mean, it's tough enough with us just going to the barbershop, a new barbershop with our kids. They don't, it's really tough, man, all the way around. Sports, the boxing gym, what should we do? What shouldn't we do? I believe that we should do everything to support our kids. I think that we should be there every step of the way. And when they try to divide us and say, well, the dad, you shouldn't be talking. Well, why? Don't we all have the freedom of speech? Right?
Oh,
if you can say something, if you can say something about our kids, can't we say something about you? And
yes, sir.
I think that's where I was speaking from. And then when it went somewhere else, I said, this is what dads go through. Now here comes the other bully shit.
Yes,
you know what I mean? When you don't do that with anybody else, people say all kind of shit, right? So now you want to try to censor me with, quote unquote, the energy. And I said, well, let the record reflect that I represent a whole lot of dads that our sole responsibility is to protect our kid at any cost or any measure.
Yes, sir. And this is what I love about Bill Haney. For those of you who don't know Bill Haney, he's a man. He is death by strangulation. He will just kill you slowly with the words and the way he articulates himself. You can't hate on that. It's just too real. It's just this is bro. We're looking up to you, Bill.
I appreciate it, King. We're looking at each other eye level. Anything that I can do is parent2partner.com. That's parent2partner.com. And let's all come together and make it a parent-to-partner planet where we're sharing their resources. Because as for my family, like, we're doing great, right? We're doing good. But if I can help another family and my family participates in it, then it creates an environment where where they then become the family. They grow and they help another family, or you know what I mean? It's just infectious and it's contagious. And it's not more so about just me per se helping someone, because I can't do everything. It's more about us doing it as a family, helping other families help other families.
And that's the key. Nothing more needs to be said. Ladies and gentlemen.
Before Bill goes, sir, because the top of the show was about your son, but there's also another fight that's been announced. It's meant to be for April 15th, and that is Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Do you believe that fight's going to go ahead? They say
good job. Hey, good job, Spencer, not letting me get out the door with not.
Bro, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Gervonta Davis and Gervonta Tank and Ryan Garcia.
Your opinion.
Listen, no, I'm saying it's good job, because I want to tell you that's a great fight that they've done at a catch weight between two fighters that have tremendous fan bases, and it's a great fight. You have Ryan Garcia. He has the length, he has the speed, he has the ability to have power in both hands. You have Gervonta Davis, also credible talent, who has the power in both hands. It makes for an interesting fight, great fight for bragging rights for nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Who do you think will be in that fight?
You said who do I think?
You see that? That's good. That takes expense of the league.
And you know what?
That's the show, fam. You see what I'm trying to say? Stop. You have to look. Wait.
I'm not answering that question. Do you know who that was that just rang me? That was Chris Eubank Senior, you know?
No. Listen, the brother has finished. We're not here. We don't want to talk about it next one. I don't want to talk. I want him to talk about Devin. Forget about all that. Because then you're gonna bring out the fighting side of Bill. And we don't need that. It's Sunday, fam.
No, it's Sunday. Listen. No, but listen, they're in for a good fight on April 15th, and may they win and be able to brag about being the champion of 136 pounds.
Yes. You see, this is what you, Spencer. You don't listen to me. This is what you're gonna make Bill go into that mode. You can't.
Hey, I love Bill. You guys. I love you, and I thank you, Spencer, for getting it out of me. Thank you, Tunde, for having me, and always keeping me focused, Tunde.
Yes, sir.
You're my brother. You too, Spencer. I appreciate you guys. I'm always here if you need me, man. Salam alaikum. Rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum salam. Yes, sir. Big up Bill Haney.